and the vector v2 is given by -1, 0 and 1. So by Gram-Schmidt process, let us first take u1. u1 is same as v1, so that we have -1, 1, 0 this vector, and u2 is given by v2 minus inner product u2 v1 upon norm of v1 squared into v1. Therefore the vector v2 is -1, 0, 1 minus this inner product of u2 with v1. So inner product of u2 v2 u1 inner product of u2 with v1 upon v1 squared. So we find out this v2 is -1, 0, 1 into the vector -1, 1, 0 upon norm of v1 squared. Norm of v1 squared is 1 plus 1, that is 2, into vector v1 is -1, 1, 0. Therefore we have, this is -1, 0, 1, and this inner product will give you -1 into 1, 1 plus 0 plus 0, that is 1 by 2 times -1, 0, sorry, -1, 1, 0. So we have this vector, this is, so u2 is -1 minus plus 1 by 2, so -1 plus 1 by 2, 0 minus 1 by 2, and this is 1 minus 0, so that we have total -1 by 2, -1 by 2 and 1. This is our eigenvector corresponding to the vector 1, and here it is norm of v2 is square root of under root 2, so that this is -1, 1 and 2. So we just apply the Gram-Schmidt process to get the vectors w1 and w2. So applying Gram-Schmidt process, we get w1 is equal to 1 upon root 2 -1, 0, and then we normalize them, that is we divide it by norm, so it is -1, 1, 0, and by dividing the u2 by its norm, we get w2, that w2 will be 1 upon root 6 -1, -1 and 2. So these two are orthonormal eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda is equal to 2. Similarly, we will find out the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 8, and here eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 8 is v3 is equal to 1, 1, 1, that can be obtained easily. And now here there is only one eigenvector, so we simply normalize to get it, normalize it to get its norm 1, length 1. So w3 is simply 1 upon root 3, the length of this vector v3 is root 3. So just dividing by root 3, we have 1 over root 3, 1, 1, 1. So thus we have total 3 orthonormal eigenvectors of A, say w1, w2 and w3. So by putting them into the columns of matrix P, we form a matrix P. So we have the following matrix P, which P by which columns are w1, w2 and w3. So this is the model matrix which orthogonally diagonalize the matrix A. So the first column of this matrix is the eigenvector w1, the second column is w2 and w3. How we obtain w1 and w2 and w3? So by Gram-Schmidt process, applying Gram-Schmidt process on the eigenvectors of the given matrix. So this is how we get the orthogonal matrix A, P, and then we can verify that the product P transpose AP will be 2 0 0 0 2 0 and 0 0 8. Here the diagonal is 2 2 and 8. These are nothing but the eigenvalues of the matrix. So what we will do, let us just revise the orthogonal diagonalization. In the orthogonal diagonalization we will find out, so first of all it is only for symmetric matrices. The eigenvalues of symmetric matrices are real, so we will get real eigenvalues. For these eigenvalues we will get total n eigenvectors, and then we apply the Gram-Schmidt process on each of the bases for eigenspaces to get the orthonormal basis, and from which we get the orthonormal total set of n orthonormal eigenvectors. We form the matrix P using these orthonormal eigenvectors, and then this matrix P will diagonalize orthogonally the given matrix A, and the resultant diagonal matrix will have the entries on the main diagonal which are nothing but the eigenvalues of the given matrix A. Now we want to use this orthogonal diagonalization to the quadratic forms. So let us first understand what is quadratic form, and then how do we apply this orthogonal diagonalization to the quadratic forms. So quadratic form is a polynomial, homogeneous polynomial of degree 2 in any number of variables. Quadratic forms is what? It is a homogeneous polynomial of degree 2 in any number of variables. So here we use the word homogeneous as well as polynomial in any number of variables. So if we take the case of two variables, say x1 and x2, then what could be the homogeneous polynomial in two variables? So in which all the terms have the same degree, because the polynomial is homogeneous. So each of the terms will have the degree 2 because the polynomial's degree is 2. So each of the terms have the degree 2, and hence we have the following form for the quadratic form in two variables. Say ax squared plus b x2 squared plus 2 times c x1 x2. This is the quadratic form in two variable. See here, each of the term has the degree 2, and it is a polynomial in degree 2 of two variables, therefore it is a quadratic form. And similarly, if you go by the definition, then the quadratic form in three variable will look like something like this, and that a x1 squared plus b x2 squared plus c x3 squared plus 2 times d x1 x2 plus 2 times e x2 x3 plus 2 times f x1 x3. So in this quadratic form we have either square terms or product terms of two variables, any two variables. So in the quadratic form always we have either square terms and as well as we have square terms as well as product terms. So the quadratic form in three variable will look like this. Now the quadratic forms can be written in the matrix forms as follows. So whatever the quadratic form Q is given, say let us take the quadratic form in two variables. It is of the form ax squared plus b x2 squared plus 2c x1 x2. And then the quadratic form in its matrix form is like this, that is our quadratic form, given quadratic form is ax1 squared plus b x2 squared plus 2 times c x1 x2. So what we will do is we will simply write down the matrix of order 2 by 2. So in the diagonal we place the square terms coefficients one by one. Suppose this is x1, this is x2, here again it is x1 x2. So this place is for x1 into x1, that is x1 squared, so the coefficient is a. This place is for x2 squared, so the coefficient is b, and here we have two places for x1 x2, x1 x2. So we divide the coefficient of the x1 x2 term into two parts, that is half of the coefficient here and half of the coefficient of x1 x2 term is here, so that you can rewrite this equation in the matrix form, that is x1 x2, the matrix A C C B into x1 x2. So in notations you can say this is the variable x transpose A x, where the column vector x is x1 x2, and the matrix A will be A C C and B. So look at the matrix of the quadratic form. It is a symmetric matrix. So always we get the symmetric matrix corresponding to the given quadratic form. If your quadratic form in two variables, then we get the 2 by 2 symmetric matrix. If the quadratic form is in 3 variables, then we get the corresponding matrix is in 3 by 3 symmetric matrix. So let us see for the 3 by 3 case that the quadratic form is, say, A x1 squared plus B x2 squared plus C x3 squared plus, say, 2D x1 x2 product term plus 2E, say, x1 x3 product term plus 2 times F x2 x3 product term. This is the given quadratic form. Then what we will do is, we want to find out the matrix corresponding to the given quadratic form. So here we will place just x1 x2 x3, and here we will place x1 x2 x3. So this is the place for x1 squared, this is x2 squared, and this is x3 squared. So the coefficients goes here, that is A, B and C. Then this is the place for x2 x1, this is the place for x2 x1. So the coefficient, half of the coefficient of x1 x2 will goes here, that is this is D, this is also D. Similarly here we would get, this is x1 x3 place, so the half of the coefficient here, and this is also the x1 x3 place, so half of the coefficient here of this x1 x3. And for x2 x3 these are two place remains, so this is 2f, so half of the f here, that is coefficient here and here. So this is how we get the symmetric matrix corresponding to the quadratic form. And in the matrix form you can write it down as follows, say x1 x2 x3, then the matrix A will be a 3 by 3 symmetric matrix, and the column vector x. So always corresponding to the quadratic form we have the symmetric matrix. So in the next example we are asked to find out the matrix representation of the following quadratic forms. So the first quadratic form which is given is, say, 2x squared minus plus 6xy, 2x squared plus 6xy minus 7y squared. This is a quadratic form in two variables. The matrix will be a 2 by 2 symmetric matrix. Therefore here the coefficient of x squared goes here, that is square terms are placed on the diagonal, and half of the coefficient of the product term will be placed at the remaining places. So this is the matrix corresponding to the given form. And then in order to write it down into matrix form, we just put here in the matrix multiplication form, and when you carry out this matrix multiplication you will get this quadratic form. For the second one, now you are aware to find out, that is second one is 3x1 squared plus 5x2 squared. Here we have the minus sign. So the matrix will be what? The corresponding matrix of the quadratic form will be, as we know, the square terms coefficient goes on the diagonal. So here this is 3 and minus 5, and the there is no cross product term in this one, so the remaining entries are 0. So this is the matrix corresponding to this coefficient form. Then the third example will be xy. So this is also a quadratic form in which there is no, in two variables x and y, there are no square terms. So the diagonal of the corresponding matrix will be 0, and half of the coefficient of this goes here and remaining half goes here. So this is the matrix symmetric matrix corresponding to the given quadratic form 3. Then for the case of 3 by 3, we have the quadratic form x1 squared plus 7x2 squared plus minus 3x3 squared plus 4x1 x2 minus 2x1 x3 plus 6x2 x3. This is the given quadratic form. So in order to get the matrix of this quadratic form, what we will do is, here are the diagonal entries. So diagonal entries are what? The coefficients of the product term, square terms. So the square terms is, this is 1, 7 and minus 3. These two places are for x1 x2. So half of the coefficient, that is 2 goes here. Here this is the place for x1 x3, so half of this is here and half coefficient is here, and for remaining one, this is 3 and 3. So this is the matrix A corresponding to the given quadratic form given by Q. So now I think it should be it is clear to find out the matrix representation of the quadratic form. And as we have noted down, the matrix of the given quadratic form is always symmetric matrix. So the problem concerning the quadratic forms are as follows, that is, you are given a quadratic form Q, and quadratic form contains both square terms and cross product terms. So you are asked to represent the given quadratic form into the new variables in such a way so that the quadratic form will have only square terms, that is, there is no cross product terms. So such a form